What's it going to take for him to win the MVP? What's it going to take?
Whatever it is, if he wants to strengthen that candidacy, no time like the present.
Yeah, and let me tell you what I think. Not only does he have to play the clean game, no picks, things of that nature, he has to have at least one significant play that we'll talk about all next week. That'll really give him a higher profile.
That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 48-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 16 carries, 73 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he completes it to Hunt. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 24.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He'll rifle this one deep.
No,
right
what?
Into a double team, and it's
God, it was such a bad pass.
Byron Jones.
What the
and they will
fuck?
take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. Touchdown, Giants. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Thomas. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Tampa Bay.
They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Brandon Cooks.
That's good for 28 yards.
And a Buccaneer first down.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10. Buccaneers 7.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Number 6.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat in the driveway to get at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players spotlight. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run again. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st down, Mahomes steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Oh, it's like a play around the pick. What the fuck?
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Mahomes on the keeper.
And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They run with Hunt. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball some space in some different ways here. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure. Justin Madubuike. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
How do I lose so much fucking time?
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Looking downfield for Godwin. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
A 2-yard gain.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
With the score, Buccaneers.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
New York Giants.
Despite the score despite the deficit. No quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. That flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 39, Mahomes flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Stapleton. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such...
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they get him down. The number 40 takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first play miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. 4. For McGowan, it's Wilson. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to fourth down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard drive.
My payroll. Things of that nature, something that's a little more, I don't want to say dry, but something that's a little more not as fun. But then I want to know more about, And so that's what our advisors do on the back end. They can kind of see, and you can kind of tell also, like I said, they'll look at the comment section, this person having a lot of interaction on Yelp or something on his mind. Oh, so this person's a feeler. He's a lot more social. So we're going to know that. We're going to know that going into that conversation. So that's just a little bit on the back end. We like to have that on here, but no, absolutely. But that's exactly what I was pertaining to. So perfect. You're more of a.
Okay.
I was thinking. Have you ever taken a Myers-Briggs?
I try and look for it all the time, and then I find it, and then it takes me around a big old circle of how to kind of really, take the actual test, and I'm looking for something a little bit more straightforward, so I opt out.
Yeah. Because those things, especially when you try to find them online, I took it at the university. It's like 200 some odd questions. I know you can probably pay for it online, but it was like 200 something questions. It was ridiculous. But at the end of the week, you probably figured out exactly what type of person that you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what you Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's head on over to Nisha. Hey, Nisha. I see you got your hand raised. Okay, perhaps you did not have a hand. Let me get this real quick. Let me head on over to. Let's get someone over here. Let's get to Michelle. Hey, Michelle.
Hi.
Hey. So when you see these personality types, what do you think is more so your dominant trait?
I've actually taken the Myers-Briggs, and I'm an INTJ also.
Oh, you did. Oh, you're similar to the point. No, absolutely. So out of those 4, what do you think is more prominent?
I'm a thinker.
Okay. So absolutely.
So
so you're an overthinker. Okay, so Joe will definitely be. So you think do you find that to be more of a positive or more of an inhibitor for you?
I would say it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. I find myself, I'm always prepared, and things are laid out and organized and easy from the gate with me, but it gets to be a little stressful at times.
Exactly. So then throughout the week, I'm gonna get you less frustrated. So I'm not like I said, I want to make sure that that's what we're gonna hold in on, because that's what especially with this position, it's to not even just to know that next phone call is that bonus. It's just it's individuals that realize that and start kind of just going, and they just stop thinking about someone saying no or someone just saying, I don't think I have time for this. Okay, that's cool. I'll connect with you another time and just continue to go on. Those are the ones that, like I said, get the most bonuses, and then that's what I want to do for you.
Well, thank you.
Nah, perfect. Absolutely. That's what it touch bases. Let me get to, let's get to Chloe. I've never heard from Chloe. Hey, Chloe.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hey, Chloe. So what do you think out of these personality types, what do you think you're the most dominant, as in trait-wise?
I definitely think that I'm a thinker. Like Michelle kind of touched on, always prepared, organized, especially with anything work-related. I have to be prepared. It is a blessing and a curse, you know. I'm the person that I drive my husband crazy, but I'm the person that I have to look up the menu before we go to the restaurant and know what I want.
Oh, you're that person. That's Chloe. You're doing the research before while we're driving in the car. You're like, what are we doing? I said, okay. No, absolutely. Like, it's a no, yeah, my mother's like the same way. I'm extremely, like I said, I'm also a thinker. I like to know where I'm going, so I will look it up just to see what that's at, kind of like what's around, things of that nature. But no, absolutely, that's a little bit more. If Joe was there, he'll tell you a little more stories about my OCD-ness, but then, hey, that's not going to worry about my OCD behavior. But absolutely, like I said, there's a lot of thinkers in the group, but I'm perfect.
I live on Yelp.
Oh, you live on Yelp? Are you a reviewer as well?
I don't review. I search the reviews, so, you know, I got to have a good idea where I'm going into.
I got an idea what type of meal I'm getting into, but absolutely. Like I said, all of that is great. Like I said, you're going to find, it's just, you love this slide because it just keeps it as if you know how you feel, and just to kind of know that the type of individuals that you will be encountering as well over the phone. A lot of these business owners, they're going to be completely different personalities, but they will fall within one of these categories. It's impossible not to. But some will have more of a dominant trait. You can kind of start to see that, especially as you start to talk to them over the phone. You know, person that says, I love personality types. So a little bit of the pitching. I love to give a background upon it, plus give you a background of when I started reading this script. We probably redid this about, I don't want to give a number, maybe 15 times. I don't know, Joe and myself and Andy and Mike, I think really getting into it, kind of chopping it up and making it even more concise. Everyone that has their pitching, they have it in their own format. They pretty much take the information in itself that we provide, take what Joe would call the key points throughout the pitch, and make it their own. That will come. So I want everyone to understand that. I can't tell you enough that it will come with repetition, and when you're actually on the phone, it just will, and because it always has. So I'm going to always say, I'm always going to go with the side of history.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll keep it on the ground. Stapleton. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
28. Giants 13.
here's Mahomes. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, Wilson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Wilson will throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
10 yards on the pickup.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To go.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Number 14.
Chris Godwin there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And 2.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Tonight,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
You gotta close deep. So I want to make sure everyone, like I said, you're going perfect, but you gotta have that closing line only because they need to know and they're going to be connected to someone else. You know what I'm saying, Brandon? Right. I just noticed.